Theme 6. Open your heart. Track 6.1. Listen to the dialogue about a lost painting and tick the clues you hear in part 1.
It was a very warm and calm summer afternoon in Aix-en-Provence until the scream of Madame Charlotte. Her scream was so loud that it must have disturbed all the neighborhood. A very precious painting on her wall was missing, and it might have been stolen by someone. Maybe someone very close to her. Let's listen to the story and try to guess what could have happened there.
I found some clues. Write down Johnson, the fingerprints on the wall, a hidden bottle of bleach behind the door, and some crumbs on the floor.
Detective? May I also mention the little paint drops on the floor?
Well done, Johnson. Let's start questioning everyone in this house and learn their alibi. We should consider each resident as a suspect until we find out the truth.
Track 6.2. Now, listen to part 2 and complete the alibi report.
Madam Lisa, where were you today between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m?
I was washing the dishes downstairs. I was going to clean the upstairs rooms, but I heard Monsieur Lorenz talking in the dining room and I didn't want to disturb him.
Monsieur David, where were you exactly at that time? You must have been in the garden with your petunias, right?
No, sir. Unfortunately, no. I had to use the bathroom for a long while. I must have eaten something very wrong in the morning.
Monsieur Dufour, could you please tell me why there are some crumbs on the floor very close to the lost painting? You must have had some free time, right?
I'm sorry, sir. Being the cook of this house doesn't mean that I should keep track of every crumb on the floor. At 2:30 p.m., I was at the market and getting some food for dinner.
Detective! Aren't the fingerprints on the wall too small for a grown-up? There must have been someone else at the house too.
Brilliant deduction, my dear Johnson. Madam Charlotte, could any other guests have visited this house?
Actually, yes, my niece Alex is here for a short visit.
Where is he now? Can I talk to him too?
Track 6.3. Listen to part 3 and answer the questions.
Dear Alex, do you enjoy your time here?
Yes, sir. Actually, no. I mean, I'm having a great time here, but sometimes it gets boring. That's why. Nothing, sir.
Alex, do you have anything to tell me? You can open your heart to me.
Track 6.4. Listen to part 4 and write what happened to the painting.
It was almost midnight, and finally, Alex decided to come clean and tell everything to the detective.
Sir, I'm so sorry. I should have told you everything at the beginning. The truth is that I was so bored here and decided to invite my friend, Francois, who is living next door. First, we took some chocolate cake secretly from the kitchen, but we heard the cleaning lady coming. We tried to hide ourselves in the bathroom, but someone was there. We ran upstairs. While running, I lost my balance and flew into the painting, smashing my chocolate cake in the middle of it. Francois and I tried to clean it with bleach, but the paint started to flake off. We were so worried that we decided to hide it until we found someone who could repaint it.
Thank you, Alex, for opening your heart to us, and never forget, honesty is the best policy. Well, Johnson, note down that this case is over.
Pronunciation matters. Track 6.5. Listen and practice. Notice that have is reduced in past modals.
You should have left a note for your mother. She might have been offended. He must have forgotten my birthday. He could have been more careful.
Track 6.6. Listen to the sentences. Tick the correct reduction of past modals. 1.
He should have informed me about the delay.
2.
They might have taken the dog out for a walk.
3.
She could have fallen asleep.
4.
He must have forgotten the time of the meeting.
Theme 6. Open your heart. Workbook, Track 6.1. Listen to Jocelyn talking about her memorable day abroad and tick the sentences you hear.
The year was 2015, and I was an Erasmus student in Poland. I had an amazing time studying in Warsaw. I was traveling on a double-decker bus. On my wrist, there was a watch that had been passed down from my grandmother to my mother and then to me. Naturally, it was really precious. While I was getting off at the bus stop, the watch slipped off. I realized that my wrist was empty only after the bus had left. I tried to chase the bus but in vain. Helpless and hopeless, I shouted out to alert the passengers just in case anyone found my watch. I should have worn my watch on special days. Feeling terribly sad, I reported my loss to a police station next to the bus stop. Unfortunately, they said that there was no hope of getting it back. At that moment, a teenage girl came running up. "Is this your watch?" she asked, breathing fast. Indeed, it was. My precious watch was in my hands again. The teenager must have stood on the footboard of the bus when she heard me shout. Ignoring her destination, she got off at the next stop and ran all the way back to find me. Feeling over the moon, I thanked this big-hearted girl over and over again for what she did for me. It must have been my luckiest day.